Howdy, howdy, folks. We're just still getting some stream setup done. Just some minor technical difficulties. We'll start soon. Howdy, folks. Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties, but we can probably start now. Today's happy hour, or not happy hour, sorry, today's dev webinar, probably going to be on the shorter side, probably only about 50 minutes. Just really busy days here at Koii, but I still wanted to be able to show up and give you guys something. The primary thing I wanted to do was answer questions today, so I'll probably rename. Oh, I can rename it live. That's cool. We're just going to call this answering questions in chat. Just because it seems like cursor isn't working for me today, which is just such a pain. Um, and I have to spend some time fixing that, I suppose. So, honestly, it might be what I do right now, spend a little bit of time doing that. But I also want to, make sure that we spent this time, actually doing something, or at least giving you guys the opportunity to extract value out of this time. That's probably one of the more important aspects. And so, what I wanted to do was say Q and A. This session is Q and A due to technical difficulties with our AI, with our tools. I'm not even gonna say it like that. Q&A time. Sorry, my mind is on different things. Q&A time. Drop your questions in chat and I will answer. And an engineer from Koii will answer. Great. Awesome. Cool. And we'll make this extra. Ooh. Large is probably what we're looking for. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Something like this. In the meantime, I'll just be sitting in the back trying to get some stuff done. But if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Hey there, folks. Notice some questions there in chat, so let's open up Figma and maybe we can start answering them. So let's see. The task extension helper. It's unfortunately still in testing, but coming out very soon. We're working on it every day. Awesome. Next question. Is there a timeline for Dex app? Well, let's just say Dex app. There isn't a timeline. We probably need someone in the community, a dev, to fork a Solana Dex, like Solend, over to Koii. We have resources though. Dev webinar and more. Uh, Add a flex shrink to the container. I'm in a fig jam, so if you're talking about Flexbox, not exactly sure how to do that within Figma. Plugins, development, new plugins, new widget. Oh, what? Oh, whoa. Oh, wow. Oh, it is HTML. That's actually pretty interesting. Did not know that. But sure. To this container. Okay, one sec. Let me. Is this Flexbox? Oh god, this is a lot. There's a lot to read here, and these are all custom CSS. Okay, how do I inspect this element? Development. Hmm, it's Chromium. Okay, it's within the body then. It's probably within the React page. Well, let's double check. Ooh, probably not in that. Okay. Uh, Flex container. Viewport overflow. Possibly, probably not in the overlay. Oh, wait, but if I do, interesting. I see. Okay. So, nope. That's the window positioner pointer. Hmm, hmm, hmm. I'm not exactly sure how to edit the flex box there on this one. Pretty cool though that Figma is HTML. I guess that makes sense. Didn't take that in. Would have expected C sharp, but I guess Figma is browser based, so never mind. It's not using a WebGL. It's actually just a window. That's cool. Boop. Cool. Well, we have 2 questions so far. That's awesome. Probably get rid of the stream starting soon. And copy this. Paste it. Move it over here. Let's probably get rid of this. Let's move that back down. Let's say Q and A time. Wee, beautiful. Cool. Good morning, good morning. Question in chat. Can Prometheus be made to use free LLMs instead of paid ones? Yes. The answer is yes. Um, Not Koi's Prometheus. I should probably elaborate. Koi's Prometheus isn't really designed to work with free LLMs because free LLMs can't do the job that we need Prometheus to do. A free language model running on laptops isn't strong enough to write code. Um, and when it tries, it doesn't perform anywhere near as Anthropic does with their Claude Sonnet. And so, if we want to be leaders, if Koi wants to be leaders in the industry, we need to use the best model that we can. And that model is unfortunately paid for. And it is a huge, it is a centralized model. It's a massive model, though. They have a lot of compute behind them. So we are using that infrastructure. That being said, we've built Prometheus such that anybody can go and look at the open source code. Anybody can fork it. Anybody can swap out the models. So you just have to take out the OpenAI model. We have that as an endpoint. We have the Anthropic model family as an endpoint. And we tried Olama, but Olama has some issues. You can still find the branch for that if you're really curious. But there's a bunch of other free options. We just haven't really explored many of them because we found that Anthropic beat them out of the water. Anthropic agents do such a better job that it's really hard to justify. It'd be really cool if we could pay Anthropic with Koi directly, and we actually have been thinking about a payment method like that, where basically we have a portal and you pay us Koi, and then we sort of pay the Anthropic bill for you, and it's sort of like a brokerage, and then you don't have to do anything, but that's probably a little down the line. We're trying to develop value beforehand. By partnering with like the Avalanche community, we're going to build some DeFi rails, getting the Stellar grant, all those kind of things. I think those will be bigger power-ups to the community that Koi can actually manage. Um, we really need to wait and see the community grow. We need more devs in the community to start participating and building things. Yeah, absolutely. Have a question in chat. Random thought just popped in when you said that token burn for Koii, send to task funding wallet. Burn, I mean, yeah. It's definitely possible. If you want to burn Koii or another token, but I think what you're saying is token burn for Koii, like burning Koii and sending that to a task. Um, yeah, I just got quiet for a sec. Sorry about that. Just yeah, I'd say burning token to fund a wallet. You could do that. You could burn the Koi and you could make another token, or you could send another token. You could burn another token and you could create Koi. Pentagon Games did this, right? They burned Pen to make a wrapped Pentagon token on Koi, and so that's how we have Pen bridged over onto Koi. It's really a wrapped token. And yeah, sorry. Sometimes I'm just muting my mic here because I'm sort of click clacking away while I'm trying to solve some technical difficulties on the side here. Um, Also, sorry if I get quiet. I'm just getting distracted too. Like I'm just like honing in on a problem, solving it, and then sort of coming back. Um, so yeah, right now I'm actually just sweeping up a small mess that I just made. But that one at least I know was my fault. I mean, the token the user sends to us to pay for the API gets burnt. Yeah, 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 for sure. Could totally do that. You could have three pools actually. So you could have one pool that gets burnt, one pool that gets staked, and one pool that gets redistributed. So you could have one pool, and you could make an algorithm that sort of manages that. But basically, what that could look like is first off, yeah, you'll have one pool that's burning. So it's that. No matter what, we're creating a little bit of the scarcity with the tokens that we're putting into the system next. The next is staking some of them, and that just makes sense. Because what if you could pay for your Anthropic key by staking, right? Like that's a valuable thing. Eventually, when your staking pool gets large enough, the dividends that you're getting off of that will cover your Anthropic key. So there's a really good mechanism. So we could have some of it gets burnt, some of it gets staked for you though. So there's a little bit of a bonus incentive, and then the rest can be redistributed as a normal token, so that you're not absolutely like blowing up the supply um, by giving it directly to Anthropic, because a lot of Koi can be burned to run AI. I do think that some form of circulation would be healthy and beneficial to the economy. So I think that you just kind of want to manage all three, and then you have something that looks a lot like a real world economy. And I think that's more sustainable. I think the real world economy is as sustainable as we've seen it, as it's endured its current iteration since the 1960s. But the iteration before that, probably since the 1860s. So that was like another 100-year economic cycle, and then we had like maybe a 300 one, like probably the 16 to the maybe like late 1500s to the uh, mid 1800s. So we've had three significant economic periods that have probably, in my opinion, outlasted and outperformed the current crypto market. Not to say that I don't see, like, I think crypto can do it, but I think it needs the mechanisms to flourish in the same way a real economy flourishes. You know, I can't go to my car dealership and say, hey, I have XYZ Ethereum, I have some Solana, but can I pay my car payment with it? They're going to say no. I'm going to have to go through a bunch of rails to get liquidity out of my Solana that if I want to pay my car with it. Um, that's not very realistic. So there's a bunch of issues I think that I personally want to try and tackle in that vein. I think that's a really cool conversation. Sorry, I'm kind of going on a tangent now. But yeah, run the task using Koii Trinity. Yeah. Koii Trinity. There you go. I think that's super cool. Tesla. Yeah, Trump back it to the first period. Anybody wants to buy it. Anybody can buy Koii Trinity or can participate. I guess Koii Trinity is a program. I'm gonna go heat up my coffee. I shall return. All right, folks. I've returned. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna just mute myself and probably dive back into some work here, trying to get cursor working again. Honestly, I might just have to reset my PC, so I might just wait 10 minutes and end the stream and do that. But is there some other option except cursor for AI? Well, yeah, of course. VS Code also, Visual Studio Code also has Copilot. So there's a series of options you can use. I prefer Cursor. I think it's the best for sure. I don't think there's another program that's better than Cursor, especially at the AI shtick. Cursor does have a free version, so like you can use Cursor's free version for a little while. That being said, I believe Copilot, which is VS Code, Microsoft, GitHub, all that integration. That's free forever, I believe, or at least for now. Microsoft put a substantial amount of money into making sure that it was free for developers to use right now. Um, so there is that option. Again, not quite as strong. If you're going to use VS Code and the free version, make sure that you're making the problems as small as possible. Um, it's good at really small things. Make it edit one or two lines at a time, and it'll do the job. The difference is that cursor can do like maybe like 100 lines at a time and be pretty competent. Well, Visual Studio Code is pretty comparable. Visual Studio's second place, and it's free to use. It's really, really good. I wouldn't discount it. It's just that Cursor is better. All right, folks. Sorry about today. I think I just need to restart my computer, and then, the webinar is basically over today. So we kind of made this one a Q&A, which is all good. What I suggest is, if you have any more questions, feel free to drop them in Discord or leave comments on this video, and over time, maybe we'll be able to answer them. Actually, I'm confident. I said, maybe, but no, we will answer them. Leave comments on this video, we will answer them. Otherwise, folks, thanks so much for joining in, and I'll leave the stream going for just another minute or two, just in case anybody has any final questions. But otherwise, we'll be signing off now, and thanks so much for joining.